Here I am inside Gravity Sketch once again. Here's the advanced menu. Okay. So I'll change my room. Oh, it's a art studio. That's cool. Okay, that's good. Scene mode. Make it a black room this time. And I'll turn on mirror mode. So here's my mirror point, I guess. I'll sort of stand right in the center of that while drawing. And choose a bit of a blue metallic gray color. That's about right. Grab, delete. All right, then I'll select surface tool. Wait a minute. Surface tool. All right. So this is going to project. I see how it works. It's going to project up there. So take this, and that's kind of interesting. Delete that. Okay. I see. You can do that. Rewind. So I will change to a square stroke. Make the stroke size smaller. And make it thicker. Put this down here. Okay, that is the sort of thing I want to do. Delete this and delete it. Okay, that is my plane, my mirror point. Just getting into the groove here of drawing things. Go back, delete. Turn up the thickness a bit. And there. Then, like this, going around. Trying to get that sort of Roman mask look. That's pretty cool. Roman mask, which I probably don't have to tell you the characters which seem to have used a Roman mask in their designs. Kind of interesting. Sort of, it's got the nose guard there. Then had the idea for sort of a owl guardian warrior type of character. Okay, close that. No, that's wrong. Grab this and delete it. And delete the move there. So I can draw this out here as long as I put it into the right position. Get my ideas for shapes. You know what I could do is I could just draw things with a regular tool and then fill them in later. I'll put these out here. I'll draw a bunch of different. So the idea is sort of like it's a combination of armor and feathers. More cool shapes. Just keep drawing these type of things till I get one that I like. So make a straight line. And this curved part goes down, around, inward, then backward, then out, and back to here. Getting closer to what I want. Come back and do more with that later. So here's the face. And maybe there's a metal guard plate or something coming up from here. Oops. Didn't mean to move those things too. And just go back a couple of steps. Move these away. Let's start with a chest plate type design or something like that. Go upward, then around. Sort of spiral on it, then down and return. Pretty interesting. Starting to get these bird type forms up here. I'll go in. Bright yellow eyes. And use the revolve tool to do this. Draw. Outward. then inward and lock it. Not sure if that's good or bad, but we have infinite rebuildability here. It's brilliant. Why not? Starting to look like eyes there, isn't it? Set them just behind this sort of nose plate. Then what else are we going to do? Maybe a third larger disc for the top of the head. And close it. Now the question is, do we want that yellow? Do we want that yellow color? It's like a bowl, a hubcap, or so much of our mechanical world is built with lathe-style construction. So it is super handy to have the revolve tool for this purposes. I go back to my line tool. Try some lines, the pressure sensitive mode. And give me another color. Deep blue. Maybe more of a light blue. Enlarge it. Change the size. So here, I'm going to change my brush size here. I wouldn't mind more of a even larger stroke size if I wanted to do that, but that's not bad. Keep that. Sometimes you get it perfect on your first try. 1,000 Errors is now playing Gravity Sketch. To check that out later. We'll close it. Oh, that's interesting. I can see the individual points here. I have to look up how to. Oh, and I can rebend those points. Now that is a pro quality feature, and I think they have that in Quill, that you can do some reshaping. But here, wow, you can rebend the points to make them look how you want. Can I change the size of the stroke on these two? That is great adjustability there. Not sure how I got into that mode. But there. Then this, and delete it. I'm just going to make some copies of this. Grab it inward, then, oops, that was wrong. What did I do? Okay, there. Oh, it's got it. All right, so grab this. Then while holding it, pull the trigger make a copy, but make it a bit smaller. Then pull the trigger once again, and I'm going to make it a bit smaller still. So sort of building up this figure, character, whatever it is. Copy, then shrink it down more. Oops. Undo. Okay. Then copy this one more time, shrink it down even more. And put it in place. That's starting to look very cool. I like that. Now we must remember that, oh, that turned out very nicely, actually. Sort of like the Greek caduceus medical symbol, you know? Place this down further into the figure. About there. Then I could see some dark rays coming up here. I'll try darker color, almost black, and shrink that. That type of thing. But now we have these very owlish type of eyebrows. Question is, do I want them to cross over or not quite? So we got the eyebrows, and then these are extra eyelash lines or something. Then change my select area to be very small and make these lines a bit larger. Then very, very narrow. I can tell it will be interesting to use the pressure sensitivity on this to make precision lines. So then I'm going to try to do this, back, and click downward. Oh, I see. With pressure sensitivity, though, you can't do a varied width. Then delete this. Wait, delete that. Grab this sort of thing. Oops, I didn't want to move that. My alignment is very, very careful there. Just get these cubes out of the way. No. Cubes out of the way. Now I'll go back. Be interesting if I could get some variation while still using the straight line mode. But let's see, try. Go back here. Increase the stroke size to this. Be interesting for the design. I want these things to sort of emanate from the eyes. Interesting, but not quite ready for prime time. Hmm. That's kind of cool. Not sure if it's exactly what I want, but I'm going to keep it there for now. Maybe we'll do a couple of straight lines coming back from the rest of it also. Oops, back. Straight line going back to there. Complete. Then take this, copy it, shrink down, and copy it, shrink down. Oops. Oh, I did not want to do that. Okay, wait, what did I do this time? Okay. Oops. Okay, that's not good. Oh, I see. Oh, look at that. It's a time clock that you can go forward and back. So you can fix your mistakes. Good. Move this inward a bit. Clone this, shrink it down a bit. And that technique here will be used repeatedly to get this sort of feather look. Then scale this down and connect. That's starting to look cool. So the question is, what goes here? Are we going to do an owl, just a mask, a humanoid? What is the full sort of shape of this figure? I guess if it's an owl, it's going to need a beak. So let's work on that. And for the moment, I'm going to go ahead and save it. Okay, whatever. Uppercase. Owl robot. 1. Done. And now that I have that, we can look at the whatever it is, behind the scenes here. Even though, because this is VR, I probably want to make something behind the scenes instead of just in front of everything. Maybe there is some energy column or something behind here. take the revolve tool. Think about it. Oh, wait. But my total figure. Okay, my total figure is not aligned to that plane. I'll have to be more careful in future. Maybe we make this a darker color. Like maybe use this darker color. And then oh wow. Is that a mistake or is it a feature? See what I come up with. Close it. So I've accidentally created two matching things. They look kind of like jet engines. Think about it. Maybe I'll put those here. Then does that look good from the front? Maybe we need a lighter color for this to make them visible. Press in, turn the brightness up a bit. Maybe copper color. Oh, that'll look nice. Offset the general color, and now that we have this copper color also, all right, now going to make a beak. Let's make that beak that we're talking about. The question remains, what exactly is this beak going to be? Maybe I want to use finer. Oops. Don't move that area. Get more fine control over things. I will not pick yet what I think of this. It's not as cool as I'd hoped, maybe. For the eyes, maybe we need some extra rings around those eyes. Then shrink them. Just, I had a general idea, but I'm just creating from my instinct at this point. Careful, oops, don't move the eyes. Took me a long time to set the eyes. And so make it huge so I can zoom in and carefully grab this. Copy and duplicate them out again and enlarge it. Feathers to either side. Not sure if I like any of those feathers. I'm going to try to grab and copy these. I don't want to do anything more with this shape. Reinforce everything behind, no, because it's got the engines there. And if there's, maybe a chest plate for the owl goes right here. Use the revolve tool, but turn down my revolve sides, I'll use a hexagon. Like this, and go inward, down, across, and then close it. Hexagonal, bring it in closer. Kind of interesting. That's an interesting interaction between the constructions there. No, don't want to move that. Carefully just grab this part. Make another copy. That's interesting. It's sort of suggesting the presence of feathers without them actually being there. This is a great app. I really like it. And I'll do a lot more with this in future. You can be sure of that. Copy. How many hexagons do we need? What a question. A lot, of course. Lots of hexagons. So will I have them sort of emanating out from the shape here? Yes. And then they're cool, so just build a chain going outward here. Chain of decreasing size. So these links, keep making them smaller and facing inward. Then delete that, then take this down, then copy, take this down once again. That's cool. That's really cool. Look over the whole side of it. Interesting details there. And I guess I can start getting rid of some of these side objects here. Do I want these for anything? Move inward. Should there be a second set of eyes up here? Maybe with a different color. Change it to this blue. Is that good? Hmm. No, that one is not quite right, so delete it. This one, there's a mistake. No. Is this a suitable tail? Kind of interesting there. This one. Delete that and delete that. Delete that. One thing I would like to be able to do is move objects without selecting them. Delete it. All right. Take these two. We'll try making a larger copy of the eyes and putting them out here. Then metal rings. Do we want metal rings? Subtlety is important. And this is a complicated figure, but I don't want to overdo that complexity. That's kind of interesting. Take the rings, put them around the caduceus symbol there. There. We're getting quite a lot of detail here. And to create a back shell for the figure, go back to the original dull metal, maybe silver looking metal, and It's okay, but want better. And make the line smaller. Oh, that's cool. The point. Then all right. Where does this go from here? You want perhaps more hexagons? Grab one of these and copy it. But wait, go back. No. There. Got this. Have to move this more carefully there. Should there be some of these behind the figure? Add interest to it. Oh, that's better. See, now it looks like the eyes. Oops, don't want to do that. Did I move it? Oh, well. Got this. Now, move it back a bit. Reposition the eyes, the giant eyes, ever so carefully. Then reposition the hexagons behind eyes, ever so carefully. But I don't want to obscure the other cool details there. Oh no. Somehow these shapes got moved out of here. What happened? Okay, go back down. And put these back in place. Oh no. Okay, gotta be careful with the grab tool. You don't pick up more than you intend to. There. That's still okay. it is time once again to give us a save. What was that? Oh, Robot 2. Done. Let's see how hard it would be if I want to change the color of my owl. Green, maybe orange. So if I grab these, then change to orange, grab these, then change to another color. Yellow, orange, purple. That's interesting. Blue. Green. I will try changing to this golden metal color. Wow. That has made a big difference already. All right, and now I'll try changing the color of these blue feathers. See what other feathers color I might have for this that would work. Green. Purple. If I use a color that isn't yellow, it's not going to look so much like the golden owl. Oh, that purple is kind of interesting. One thing is, it really stands out among the other parts of the figure. Huh. So it already kind of guessed that I wanted to recolor that sector. And will it guess that here too? Select, then recolor. Perfect. Okay. That is an unusual and interesting color scheme. Silver owls. There are too many silver owls out there already. We'll try for here. Let's do another hexagonal thing. Maybe there's a purple energy within this thing. Something like that. Try drawing outward, outward. Then lock it. Oh, interesting. All right, shrink this down. Lock these into place. Duplicate. Shrink them down very small. Duplicate. Shrink them down very small. Wow. All right. Oops. Back. Okay. Enlarge everything. That's good enough. Copy these so I can have some other of these purple hexagons out here. Is that purple or is it pink? I guess it is in fact pink. All right. We'll put these aside for a minute. That is kind of cool. Sort of hovering there. Shrink them a bit. Here. That's too distracting. Whoa. Does that distract from our central eyes too much? It's interesting. If I put it here, kind of looks like eyeshadow. With these eyelashes, now it's looking like eyeshadow or something. Another set of eyes right here. Try this and shrink it. Like how many extra details do you want to add before you overdo it? Perhaps these are sensors or something. And it would be cool if I could, like on Illustrator, retroactively go back and change the color swatches after I've, the color, swatches is what it's called on Illustrator. I could retroactively go back and do those after I built the figure without having the requirement of what is it? That is weird. Yeah, how much do I dare to distract from the main figure with these? It's an important question, of course. And wait, just leave these hovering out here for a minute until I'm sure I'm done with them. Well, this is looking very good. And the purple eyeshadow look, it's starting to look kind of, female or something, like it has makeup or whatever. And the stereotypical eyelashes and stuff like that. What are we gonna do? What goes down here? A tail, maybe more of these feathers to, yeah, maybe like okay, do this and select this, and we'll use the purple and shrink that a bit. I see we're still in that mode. Yeah. It's just fascinating what you can do with your symmetry mode turned on. Is that cool, or is that a detriment to the overall figure? I'll put these over to the one side or the other. Going to try once again to use the pressure sensitive mode. Go back. Kind of hard to get a perfect tapering that way. I'm not sure if that roundness is perfect there, but try this again. Put these off to the side for now. Copy these, put it to the side. Yeah, that's not quite good enough. And cut it. That, better. Better look overall, but is this curl good for the design or not? That's a sort of interesting interaction there. Those things spiraling inward. Gonna keep that. Make these a bit smaller. Copy. If I keep going this way, I'll design myself a Valentine's Day card, which would not be terrible. Very light touch is required to make this work. Pressure mode. Hmm. Wow. That's interesting. And I hate to admit, all of the swirliness of the owl is starting to, all the swirliness of these sort of peacock feathers or whatever they are, is starting to diminish the geometric look of the rest of the figure. But I don't know, maybe that's okay. And that's why we're designing in VR, where we can look at everything and just keep moving it around until it looks just right. These feathers are so flashy, it's might need another word like peacock, or I don't know, something to add to my file name description. Is that right? The question is, when does a sketch start to become too perfectionistic? Is that a good addition? Put this off to the side, and in a way I'm making myself a background to either side here. I think I will save this and we'll come back to it later. But that is pretty amazing already. And what will I do? Go to the advanced menu. Oh, I can move the light. That's possibly useful. Get a nice angle to highlight the details. Also make those eyes, shine. Now, export OBJ, that's useful. I'm going to take a screenshot, pull the main trigger. Okay. Oops. I really meant to save it with the real file name. So go back to save, then call it All Robot Purple 3. Done. This has been VJ Franz K designing with Gravity Sketch. That's right. That's what we are in. Looking through the figure. That's kind of interesting. In reality, you can't do this because, wow, look at that. The way the edges of the forms are being clipped while I move my user viewpoint through the construction. Yeah, I think the stuff on the side will be deleted, but I haven't deleted it yet. All right, this has been a nice Gravity Sketch session. Please subscribe to VJ Franz K on YouTube and on Patreon, please. Support me so I can keep doing this stuff, because it's interesting, wouldn't you say? Thanks for watching.